A special The Hookup Tackle Valleyhill collab brings custom colors in the LV500. Lucky Craft brings us new small baits and a very special run of Gunfish. And Jeff, 40,000 subs on YouTube. We're celebrating with a special 40,000 sub celebration bento and sale. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. God, I nailed that. So good. Didn't even stutter once. Welcome to the Hookup Tackle.
Oh, what a stud. Yeah.
Look at that.
That was sick.
Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday.
All right, guys, some breaking news.
What's new this week at the Hookup Tackle?
What a beautiful post-spawn fish.
Look at that.
Look at that gut on that. That's a nice fish.
Welcome back, my friends. I am Ben with the Hookup Tackle, the Tackle Otaku on Instagram, being joined this fine Sunday morning by my buddy Jeffrey the King, who is busy on his phone instead of paying attention. Pay attention to me. Well, what?
I'm just shocked that we hit 40,000.
40,000
That's a big number.
subs. It's a big number. Now, I know you're giving me a little bit of crap for, you know, celebrating 40,000. I know there's channels like Tactical Bassin and Milliken and some of those dope channels, 100 million subs, right? But listen, I'm proud of 40,000. We have an amazing community. I think we have the most diverse community of anglers that find a common ground of dope tackle and having fun.
I think so. Yeah.
So if you are new to our channel, by the way, this is the Hookup Tackle USA, and this is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle, where we highlight new product drops, important restocks. We're celebrating 40,000 subs with a cool sale that we'll talk about at the end. Also a cool bento drop. We're gonna drink some delicious beer. Thank you guys for being a part of this community. This is an amazing community to be a part of. If you're not subscribing, maybe subscribe.
Yeah,
maybe
try
hit.
it.
I think you'll enjoy it. We drop multiple videos a week. We are almost always just trying to give insight on how to become a better fisherman, just sharing whatever nonsense we know. And then also everybody engages really well. So guys, thank you for being a part of this. It's so fun to come. It's so fun to drink beer. Jeff, would you like one during our celebration?
No, I'm fine. But I was just thinking, what do you think got us to 40,000? Your amazing person being, or the beer?
If I was hot and a female and drinking beer, we'd probably be at 4 million by now. So that didn't answer your question, but it just got my wheels spinning. Like, maybe I should find someone better looking to do this, and then we could be way farther ahead.
Maybe in another world, right?
Yeah, maybe we can just overdub some voice. That'd be weird. Cheers, my friends. Grab a delicious Orion if you can. Enjoy your Sunday. Jeff, should we talk about some tackle?
I guess we should do that.
Let's do that. Okay, so it is a What's New episode, so obviously we're going to talk about some new stuff, which we'll get to in a minute before we jump to some of our 40% off specials that we're running for the celebration. But let's start right here. You guys, if you've been hanging around, you know that we celebrate pretty much every milestone with a bento box of some kind. Now, we have a monthly bento subscription. If you guys are subbed and you're wondering, where is my April box? That will be shipping this week. So probably Tuesday. Thank you guys for your patience. If you ordered last weekend and you're like, man, why are they so slow on shipping? This whole week has been a train wreck. So people out, people with the flu, we've been super short-staffed. So thank you guys for the patience. By the way, we should be back on track, but all the April sub boxes will be going out this week, so enjoy it. If this is your first one, enjoy it. This is a special one-off box that we made just for today. Okay, we had planned to do a cool little celebration box. It is going to be similar to the subscription box where there is a custom 110, a custom Pop Max, and an assortment of other things that I think are cool that kind of got us to 40,000 subs. Okay, so I'm gonna fly through this box. It's a $100 value. It's a $100 box. Pretty straightforward. Okay, so let's fly through this. There are only 200 pieces, so grab this if you're interested. We are limiting it to 1 box per person just to make sure we can try to spread as much love as we can. All right, there is a custom color 110 in Pop Max in here. I'm gonna go really fast through this, okay? This is a special color that we made just for today. This is SS Crystal. This is a really unique one, different than any other color that we've done in this. It's a beautiful transparent color with some kind of hologram crystal flake. It's got that beautiful kind of silver top and a blue bottom. You seen a blue bottom jerkbait before, Jeff?
Never in my life.
Yeah, so it's a unique combination. If you're a collector, this is gonna be really cool. If you're a fisherman, it's gonna be a fun one to throw because it's totally different, right? We wanted to do something that was just cool and different. So you're gonna get the SS Crystal 110 and Pop Max in that. We are also including a handful of other goodies. So we have a pack of cover scats in the brand new custom color Indie Sagi. Indie Fishing, if you guys aren't following him on Instagram, you should. This is a friend of the shop. He's done a lot of amazing things for us post. He came out with this great color with Deps, so we wanted to celebrate Deps and Indie at the same time. So you're getting a pack of those. You're getting a pack of Dolive soft plastics from OSP. Obviously, OSP is a huge brand here. We wanted you guys to celebrate with those. You're getting a pack of DRT VTS 5s, which is just an all-around great fluke style bait. So those would be amazing as well. We wanted to make sure you got a frog, so you're getting a Batra X, which is one of my favorite frogs. You can buzz it, you can walk it, you can do lots of different things. And then you're getting a custom color Lucky Craft Essa Dawn bait as well. Could be an LV500, could be a Slender 97. We're mixing it up throughout the box. So there you go, $100 value. It's actually just slightly over $100, but shh, we won't say anything. $100 box, limited to 200. Yours if you want it. Scoop them up. Thank you guys for 40,000 subs. I'm excited to see what we can do at 50. Probably can't keep doing sales or I'm gonna start paying people to take stuff. Yeah, but for now, cheers my friends. Thank you. Let's keep going, Jeff. All right, Jeff, let's dive into some cool custom colors. There's not a ton of new drops this week, but there's some really cool ones and a lot of custom colors. So this is gonna be pretty exciting. Now this is a collab that I've been working on for a while, almost 2 years in the making with Valleyhill. So Valleyhill makes an amazing LV500 called the LV500 GP, right? Now the LV500, industry-wide, probably everybody's favorite lipless bait. The GP adds a blade to it, okay? So we have been working on some custom collab colors with them and we have 4 dropping today, okay? And I'll take these out of the box and I'll walk through these with you so we can see them all, okay? So 4 custom colors. We've got White Walker, we've got Morning Dawn, we've got Ben's Bone. That's your favorite, I know. And we have Essa Gill. Why are you shaking your head? Are you sad that I'm sharing it with other people?
Yeah, unfortunately. I wanted it to myself.
I know. All right, so here you go. LV500 GP. Now, it is the same LV500 that you guys are used to with Lucky Craft. Same sounds, same rattles, exactly the same. But they have added this willow leaf blade underneath. And what that willow leaf blade does, it gives a slight bit of flash, but it also creates a different vibration and knock, so you're getting kind of dual vibration. So as that lipless is moving, that blade is also spinning, so they're picking up different feels from the bait, different sounds from the bait, and different looks from the bait. So you've basically, just that little addition has changed it actually quite a bit. This is a bait that you guys have been dying to get back in, so have we. So I'm super stoked to get these customs. We should see the rest of the line starting to trickle back in now, now that they're running another batch of these. But let me walk through these colors with you. So this is Ben's Bone, pretty simple bone color, brown eyes, brown scale back, just everything should have
It's
bone.
amazing.
Right.
It's absolutely amazing,
Thank you.
Ben. You nailed it.
Thank you, Jeff. We should just say that all day. Essa Gill, right? So this is a color that we have done with Lucky Craft in the past. Essa, basically referring to kind of live bait. So just kind of a very natural bluegill pattern designed to kind of look like the real thing. So super dope in that. By the way, this is gonna have a silver blade. That bone one had a gold blade on it. White Walker. It's been a while since we've done this in something other than a kick knocker. right? So White Walker, just that beautiful matte finish white with kind of that blood red kind of background. Little hit of chartreuse, blade, looks super dope. So one of my favorite colors in there. So you got White Walker. And then finally we have Morning Dawn. Now we did this as a one-time run color in an LV500 years ago. And it's taken us this long for it to come back through rotation. So just a really cool bait with kind of a distinct pink back, fades into chartreuse, and eventually down to kind of just like a transparent pearl. Just a great clear water option around weeds, that kind of stuff, so you guys should smoke them. So 4 custom colors, likely a one-time drop. Like I said, this has been like 2 years in the making. So if we get another batch, probably looking at that long before they come back around. So if you guys throw this style bait, I would definitely scoop them up. With the addition of the blade, this is also a great kind of transition bait between a lipless and a spinnerbait. So even if you guys aren't fishing traditional lipless ways where you're ripping out of grass or you're grinding on the bottom, you're more just cast and retrieve mid-column, this is also a great bait for doing that as well. So I think you guys are gonna catch a ton of fish on it. There you go, that is the Valleyhill LV500 GP, 4 custom colors, available now. All right, staying in customs for a minute. Let's jump over to Baitsanity. Okay, so Baitsanity Explorer gills. We talk about it a lot. We have the Baitsanity Explorer Derby going on right now. If you guys are participating, thank you very much. Some of you guys are absolutely destroying them out there. We are using a tiered system in rating this year. So even if you guys are just getting through ice out and you're just starting your season, you can catch up. Okay, so you can find info on our homepage. You can dive through, see all the rules. It's a really fun event. We're giving away some amazing cash prizes and some customs. But let's talk about this guy. So every quarter, Baitsanity is doing a special drop collabed with Garrett Customs that we're calling the Explorer Gill G Unit series. Okay, so G with standing for Garrett. He is custom painting these baits into some special colors that they don't normally offer. Okay, so the last one was kind of an amazing kind of bassy crappie kind of color. This time we are seeing Garrett's Gizzard. Okay, so a beautiful subtle gizzard shad pattern, hand painted by Garrett's Custom. You're gonna have to tell me if you can see the color shifts, Jeff, because I can't tell from here, but it has this really beautiful kind of green that's right there on the side that then shifts to purple and then eventually kind of to this like darker brown back. He absolutely nailed the gizzard shad pattern. So if you guys have been looking for like a cool shad glide, this is a dope one. Comes with a painted tail as well, and it's also going to come with a paddle tail. So it's gonna come as a set. So you're gonna get the paddle tail along with the bait. And the paddle tail is going to come as kind of like this clearish white color. So it's just going to kind of offset that bait a little bit. So you can add the paddle tail if you want more swim. You can keep the flat tail on if you want to have more of a glide motion. You have options, which is one of the dope things about Baitsanity. So they are only doing 30 pieces on each drop. Okay, so they're $89.95. They're only doing 30 pieces. So if you want one of 30, this is a great chance to scoop them up. Wall supplies last, the G Unit series and the Gizzard Shad, those are available now. All right, staying with custom colors, Jeff. This is a pretty fun episode.
I like
for me.
custom colors.
Okay, SKT Wakasagi is another one of those live bait fish colors that we've done in an LV500. We've done it in some jerk baits like Slender Pointer. We finally were able to get it done in Gunfish as well. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for some custom colors in Gunfish, so here you go. We did it in both a Gunfish 95 and a Gunfish 115 from Lucky Craft. This is SKT Wakasagi. Now I open a couple packages up so I can show these to you. SKT Wakasagi is just a really natural kind of all-purpose baitfish pattern, okay? It is a full transparent body. Okay, it's got just a little hit of this kind of 3D chrome on the gill and just this little fin piece there. So as that bait moves, it's going to give just a touch of flash. Got just a little bit of pearl so that it's got some body, they can see it, but the rest of it's clear and it kind of breaks up the look so you can throw a big bait like a 115 and it's going to look like a small bait, right? It's got beautiful scale patterns down the back that kind of shift from kind of that brown to that purple. One of our favorite topwaters it's just an amazing all-around bait. So we talk about the kick knocker in here a lot, which is usually most of our starting points. Gunfish is generally like second up, I would say, for a lot of us. And there's times when a gunfish, you know, outshines everything else, but basically you need a kick knocker, a gunfish, a shower blows. Like, you have to have those kind of three in your lineup. This should be a dope one for clear water when they're on fry, right? So go with the 95 if you need it to be more finessey. This is going to be a 3/8 ounce one. Go with the 115. It's going to be 5/8 ounce. So if you need a farther cast or, you know, bigger waves, that kind of stuff. So likely a one-time run. Essa Wakasagi Gunfish, available now. While we're on Gunfish, we also asked Lucky Craft to make us some Gunfish 115 no feathers. Okay, now we had them do 4 colors in these, so there's 4 colors, then I'll talk about the bait here real quick. So, 4 colors, we got Chartreuse Shad, Aurora Black, Ghost Minnow, Sexy Mama. Okay, so those 4 colors. Now, this is the same Gunfish 115 as the one that I just showed you, only it doesn't have a feathered treble on the back. Okay, that's the difference. Now, is that going to make a big difference? Well, let's talk it through here real quick. So the reason for taking that feather off, now of course you could do this on your own. If you want to take the feather off and just put a treble hook on there, you could do that. This is just saving you a step. The reason for this is without that feather, you've reduced the drag. So now you have a bait that's going to have wider sweeps and you can move faster. So it's just going to respond a little bit quicker without that feather kind of pulling behind. These aren't huge differences, but sometimes when they get picky, just having that little shift in movement can make a big difference. So this is just a great opportunity, especially if you guys are fishing like open water fish that are schooling and sometimes you get super, super picky. This might be a great option for you guys. So 4 colors, the Gunfish 115, no feather, those are available now. All right, Jeff, let's jump over to some Lucky Craft crankbaits. Quite a few things dropping from Lucky Craft this week. This is one that I'm excited to see starting to come back through. This is one of my probably most important little crankbaits in my arsenal when I was tournament fishing. It went away. We've been trying to get it to drop in some custom colors, and now they're finally kind of bringing this back around. This is the Lucky Craft SKT Mini DR. Okay, now they're doing 3 color drops this week. They're doing a Chartreuse Shad, a Delta Craw, and a Ghost Minnow. So 2 of their best-selling baitfish patterns, and then a nice kind of red craw. This is a 2-inch bait, 3/8 of an ounce. It's a very straightforward, basically a deep diving square bill. Or I would call it more of a mid-diving square bill. Okay, so it's got this great kind of squared off lip. It bounces through cover just the same way that a square bill does. It's kind of that hybrid between a wide wobble and a tight wobble. It's just one of those baits that flat catches them. Great for like 4 to 8 feet of water. So if you're just kind of running bank and just grinding it down there and ticking the tops of stuff, it has this great kind of vertical dive to it. You're gonna catch a ton of fish. A lot of you that know about this bait are super excited right now, and you're probably gobbling this up. If you're new to bass fishing or Lucky Craft, this hasn't really been around in any kind of capacity for like a decade. So trust me, as far as little crankbaits go, this is one of the best ones. They also made it in Chartreuse Shad in the SKT Mini MR. Okay, just the 1 color in the MR. So this is more of a traditional square bill that's gonna be like 3 foot. This is gonna be a little bit deeper diving, kind of that 4 to 8 foot. So you've got a couple options. So SKTs are back, super exciting. They also dropped TO Craw in the LC 1.5 DD and 1.5 DD DRS. So this is going to be more of your traditional kind of like 10-foot diving crankbait. It's available in a silent and a 1-knocker version. TO Green Craw is just a great, super natural clear water crawfish pattern. It's a transparent kind of green pumpkin craw with just a little hit of orange on the belly and on the lips. So pretty much matches a crawfish anywhere in the country. Just a great one, again, for kind of running bank and getting just a little bit deeper, a little bit bigger profile. Those are available as well. 2 new lipless from Lucky Craft, because everything has got to have more, right? Now, if you guys have been hanging out here, you know that the owner of Lucky Craft is super passionate about, obviously, tournament bass fishing. They have a pretty big pro staff, but also super passionate about pond fishing, and specifically urban pond fishing. Tough, difficult conditions. Sadly, we talk about urban pond fishing almost every day in here because we live in Phoenix, and I literally have been fishing the same urban pond for, well, about 2 years now, 4 days a week without catching a fish, right? So the struggle is real. When you guys are fishing little ponds, Lucky Craft, really passionate about making smaller, more specific urban pond baits. I think you guys are gonna really dig these, okay? So here you go, just the one color, chartreuse shad, but 2 different baits, an LV 50 DRS and an LV RTO 45 DRS, okay? Now, these are both going to be roughly a quarter ounce, 6.4 grams, 2 inches. This is gonna be more of a traditional, you know, cast and wind grind on the bottom. This is gonna be more for like aquatic vegetation, ripping out of grass, okay? Take this out and I'll show it to you. Basically just a downsized version of the full size that we all use and love. The DRS is going to be a deep rattling sound, so you get this little tiny lipless that has just that subtle one knocker, right? So you don't have all those BBs and all that chaos. You're just getting that one kind of little knock out of it. Super snack size, super bite size. I mean, if the fish are pressured and you need to just throw something small, these should be great options. Those are new from Lucky Craft. Okay, staying small for a minute, Jeff. LC 0.3s. Okay, this is a tiny little crankbait specifically built for pond fishing. Of course, you can throw it anywhere, but this is 1.5 inches, so 38 millimeters, a 1/10 ounce, so 3 grams. So this is like straight BFS fishing here, light spinning rod or, you know, BFS. All colors come back, plus we've added some new colors. So I'm just gonna walk through these. It's been a while since we've had them. So Ghost Minnow, Teal Craw, Aurora Black, BE Gill. All right, now this is a floating crankbait. Realistically, you're looking at probably like 2 to 3 feet dive depth, right? So not super deep. There's also a chartreuse shad and then a brand new chrome color. So chrome is one of those colors that's amazing around herring and amazing in little urban ponds. Okay, especially in a small package. So this is kind of like a muted chrome. It's really dope. So I think you guys are really gonna dig those. Those return. We also see these bad boys for the first time, an LC 0.3 DD. Okay, so a deep diving version of it. This is gonna realistically be like a 3 to 6 foot diver. So it's gonna add an extra foot or two to the dive depth because it's so small. It's not like it's gonna get down 12 feet or anything, right? But perfect for, you know, if you're sitting on a pond, you're trying to cast off a point or get down to a little rock pile, or I don't know, if you're fishing our ponds like a shopping cart or a garbage bag pile, right? So, you know, whatever the structure is in your urban pond, dude, you know you love fishing downtown, Jeff.
People think you're joking too, and it's like, no, it's you hook plastic bags.
Dude, the other night,
constantly.
I threw, so every time I go, I just make like a lap, right? I have like 30 minutes to kill every time I go. So I just bring one bait, one rod, I just go, I fish it, right? I brought the Tiny Clash. I think out of that 30 minutes, I probably made 100 casts. I'll bet you 95 of them, I snagged garbage. Napkins, garbage bags, carpet one time.
Carpet.
Yeah. There was a couple times there was leaves and trees, but yeah, the struggle is real in urban ponds. All right, back to these baits. I hope you guys live somewhere cool where you actually catch fish. Here you go. LC 0.3 DD. Come to Arizona. Fishing's amazing. There's the plug. Sponsored by the city of Phoenix. I don't even know what we're talking about. Ghost Minnow, chartreuse shad, right? BE Gill, and then chrome extends into that line as well. And then finally, staying in this size bait for a minute, they also did just the one color in this chartreuse shad, but a 0.3 D5. Okay, so like just a slightly deeper lip. Okay, so you've got several options. You've got the regular, you got the DD, and you got the D5. It's always confusing with Lucky Craft, but if you take a second and just break it down, it's pretty simple to figure out. Some great pond options there. All right. The LC 0.5, now this has kind of been my favorite size in the line. Adds 2 new sizes in the regular, you've got, or 2 new colors in the regular, I should say. Cowboy Gill and chrome. Okay, now the chrome in the 0.5 is more of a traditional chrome. The chrome in the 0.3 is more of a muted, matted chrome. Okay, so keep that in mind. Cowboy Gill, one of my favorite Gill colors. 0.5 DD is also back, and they've added Aurora Black to that lineup as well, so you get kind of a flashy color. So, and they have traditional, you know, ghost minnow, chartreuse shad, that kind of stuff. So, great additions from Lucky Craft in the small baits. One more small bait, and then I'm done with small baits for today, Jeff. I can see the boredom hitting you quickly. I don't know why.
It was the pond.
You love this. It was the pond.
I hate ponds.
Yeah. I just hate taking the garbage off with my hands. I feel
That's
like
the
I
worst
should
part.
be
So
wearing
dirty.
like gloves or something, right? Okay. Staying on this Kageki trout trend that is happening in Japan. A lot of these bass brands really getting hot and heavy with trout fishing, and not just trout. Trout is what's driving it, but it's more the BFS trend is coming back. Guys are fishing a lot of streams, they're fishing a lot of rivers, fishing smaller bodies of water. Lucky Craft is hanging in there with a brand new addition to their line. This is the Pointer 45S. Okay, so this is really designed to be one of those baits similar to like a great hunting style bait where you're gonna cast and wind it. So they have some amazing jerking pointers already, 48, 65, right? More baits that you're gonna twitch. This is gonna be more of a cast and retrieve. 4 colors in this. They have Winter Stream Perch, Laser Rainbow Trout, BGR Imago, and then my favorite color in Lucky Craft lines for trout, brown trout. Okay, so just a very simple bait, cast, wind, slow sinking. It's an 1/8 ounce, so 3.8 grams, 45 millimeters. Realistically, just it's a light current bait, small pond bait. Okay, so should do you guys a lot of good. Those are new from Lucky Craft. All right, let's talk about some restocks with Megabass rods really quick. I know we're kind of doing this early, we usually do it at the end of the show, but some of these models are models you guys have been waiting for. So you're gonna wanna know about these. Plus, these are pretty small restocks, and rods are gonna be a complete, for lack of better words, shit show over the next 6 to 8 months. Okay, so if you see a rod that you think you want in your lineup, I wouldn't wait until the next time. Like if it's there and you can get it, I would get it, okay? Here you go. Some spinnings are back in Destroyer P5s. By the way, these are all Destroyer P5s. So I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on Windbusters. You've been waiting on baby pluggings. Both of those return. 2 of my favorite rods. These are gonna evaporate out of here quickly. So definitely scoop those up. Baby plugging for drop shot, little Okashira heads, kind of all around finesse. Windbuster for everything else, pretty much, right? Some casting rods return. We see a return of the BMG, my favorite mag draft rod. We've been talking about it a lot recently. It's a brand new model in the USA lineup. Those are back. The Mark 56 is back. This is the new swim bait rod from them. This is a 3/4 to 3.5 ounce rod. Mag drafts, small glides, so on and so forth. That's a great one. And again, these aren't huge quantities. So if they're speaking to you, make sure you get it. The FMJ returns, great all-purpose bottom contact, an amazing one. Mad Bull returns, my favorite rod of the entire line for just all-around reaction. Those are back. And then both the 110 Special and the 110 Stick are back. So you've got 2 options. You have a 6.5 110 Stick, you have a 6.11 110 Special. 110 Stick for 110 and undersized stuff, 110 Special for larger than 110 stuff, and you've got an amazing 1-2 punch. So if you've been waiting on any of those rods from Megabass to return, this is the week to get them. Available now. Or on Megabass, we also see a huge restock across the board through core items. So you've been waiting on spinnerbaits or mag drafts, crankbaits, anything like that. Great week to scoop them up. 110s also across the board in core colors. SBOB Shad is back. Killer Kawaguchi is back. So a lot of the key colors that you guys love are back from Megabass in those as well. All right, quick housekeeping, just restock. Steez A's have been flying out of here. 7-to-1s are back, so I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on 7-to-1. So both the new Steez A 2 and 7-to-1 and the JDM Zillion T-Wing HD and 7-to-1 both return for righties. Okay, lefties got nothing for you. This is like a trend. I love saying that. So if you fish with the correct hand, which is your right hand, I have these available for you while supplies last from Daiwa. All right, Jeff, let's jump over to Sims really quick. Last week, we dropped that really dope new wet wading shoe, okay? And thank you guys for all the business. A lot of you guys scooped those up. I'm really excited for you guys to get those out in the field and enjoy them. Really quickly, we have been big on this kind of shore fishing, you know, trout, bass, stream, river kind of trend over the last year has been a lot of fun. It's been a huge growing segment. Just wanted to touch base really quickly on some new waders and boots that Simms brought in. If you're a boat guy, this is a great time to just grab one of these, have some sips, right?
Okay.
Chill, relax. Jeff, I didn't say take a nap.
Oh.
Are you okay today? You good?
Oh, yeah.
You were just in Texas.
I was.
How was your Texas experience?
Let's talk about boots.
Okay.
Oh,
Waders and boots, okay? So a couple different styles. We are carrying the men's G4Z stocking foot as well as the G3 guide stocking foot. Now, I've used Simms waders my entire life. Even when I was an Orvis endorsed guide, I used Simms waders because I like to be dry, right? Gore-Tex is a huge deal with these. So this is the new Simms G3. This is what most of us at the shop are rocking. Probably the most bulletproof wader ever. Multi-layer Gore-Tex, lots of stretch, lots of reinforcement. I'm not gonna spend a ton of time on these today. We'll do a video, so if you guys want a deep dive on this, we can do it. But there's all kinds of cool little, hand pockets in here. Lots of stuff in these, but just overall with Simms, it's just a bulletproof Gore-Tex wader, right? And that's really what you need to know. You're gonna stay dry. Now, if you want something a little bit burlier, the G4Z is dope. This is gonna be their highest end wader. A little bit heavier wader overall, so better for conditions where you're not hiking. I could take those G3s and I could basically hike down a canyon and I'm good. G4Zs is more like I'm gonna roll up to the river, I'm gonna walk in the river, right? Because they're a little bit heavy material. What's dope about these though, they do have that full waterproof zipper in the front, so you gotta take a piss. Dude, this is easy, right? Go for it.
That's it, baby.
Rock it out, right? Or maybe you just wanna air yourself out. You've got options, right? So G4Zs are also available. The thing that's also cool about Simms is they do straight sizes, king sizes. So that's gonna be for like fatter dudes. And then they do tall sizes for like scrawny dudes, right? So if you're like, man, I'm a large, but I'm bigger, you could do the large king. If you're like, man, I'm just super scrawny, but I'm a medium, you could do a medium long. Okay, so that's how the sizing is gonna space out on that. All right, boots. For the G3s, this is what a lot of us are rocking now. This is the new men's flyweight access boot. Super lightweight, similar to that boot that we brought to you last week, but designed to be worn with a wader or a wading sock. You can see it's just clean, it's lightweight. Let me feel that, Jeff. It's a super easy one to walk around in all day. So if you're gonna be hiking, you're gonna be traversing, doing a lot of travel, you've got the access boot, and then you also have just the straight boot as well. So if like color's a thing, right? So maybe some of you like gray better than, tan. This could be an option as well. A little bit more bulletproof with the hard Vibram sole on there. So that's gonna be more of your hiking boot. This is gonna be more of your kind of just walking in kind of boot. And then finally, we have the G4 boots. And this is going to be the baddest, gnarliest, coolest looking boot on the planet. Yeah, super sexy. This has just so much support and beef to it. Like you're never gonna twist on an ankle. You're never going to, it's got built-in studs. So again, if you're just kind of walking down in the river, it's got everything you could possibly need in it, but it's a much heavier boot. Like this isn't one that you're gonna want to backpack in, right? Yeah, Jeff almost fell over.
It's a big OB.
It's a big boot, it's a beautiful boot. So some different styles. If you guys have questions on assembling waders boots, feel free to reach out to us anytime, okay? And we can walk you through to make sure you're sizing right. But again, we'll drop a video that kind of breaks all this down. But if you're in the market, all this great sim stuff is available now here at the Hook Up Tackle. All right, Jeff, let's jump over to our 40,000 sub celebration sale. Now, we have gone around the store and grabbed some of our favorite items, and we are going to roll them for 40 hours for 40% off.
Okay.
Okay, so this is like unheard of pricing,
Ridiculous.
basically at or below my cost. So basically you're getting the stuff for, well, free,
off.
basically. Yeah, 40% off, right? So, let's run through this. I'm gonna fly through this really quick, let you guys know about these specials. Again, we're gonna run it for 40 hours, so this will go today and through most of tomorrow or until they run out. If they run out, they're out, okay? So, since we were just talking about Simms, let's jump into Simms. We're gonna do a special promotion on all things Simms, the Hook Up Tackle collab. Okay, so shirts, Solar Flex, Solar Tech, Bug Stopper, you know, any of that. If it is a Hookup Tackle collab shirt, we are bringing it to you guys at a smoking price, 40% off on all of those. Those are gonna be available in sizes from basically small to 3X while supplies last, okay? Also, a couple weeks ago, we brought you some really dope new collab logo wear CX. There's some Challenger hoodies, there's some Vermilion hoodies. We're gonna do the same thing for the next 40 hours, 40% off, okay? So brand new, super fresh. We've got some full zip CX hoodies. We've got some really cool, like lighter weight Challenger hoodies, right? Super cool. Some different colorways in here. Some are full zip, some are just like pullover hoodies. So whatever floats your boat, this would be a great chance to stock up. Now I know a lot of you guys here in Arizona are going, why the hell am I buying a jacket? It's 100 degrees, right? But a lot of you guys live in places where you wear a hoodie year round. This would be a great chance to scoop it up. So there you go. While supplies last, 40% off all those Sims. All right, Jeff, let's talk about some Paddletail Swimbaits. Spring is the season for a Paddletail Swimbait. Things like a Mag Draft just absolutely destroy this time of the year. We're gonna do 40% off on some Mag Draft alternatives, right? Let you guys try something different at a great price and see if it's something that you're into. So let's start right here. This is a bait that you and I talk about a lot from Signal. This is the Signal Devil Swimmer 7. Now, this is a 7-inch, but it weighs basically just 1.5 ounces. So it's kind of the same weight as a 6-inch Mag Draft. It's an amazing paddle tail. Jeff, you throw this one a lot. Give me some thoughts on it.
So the material is a bit softer. So you're just gonna have a slightly different tail kick overall with it. It skips just like a Mag Draft as well. It wants like a medium retrieve. If you go a little too fast, it will blow out. But overall, it's a nice little bait. I really like them.
So there you go. There's a look at it. And again, it's just an alternative to the Mag Draft. Just something that's just a little bit different on there. You've got this little bit more sunken hook system on there that you're just gonna get a different hookup ratio with. So a really cool bait. I think you guys will really love it. And at 40% off, it's a great chance to just kind of throw some in your boat and try it, see how you think as an alternative it goes. So while supplies last on those, 40% off. Another bait we've been talking about a lot over the last year is the Burikin swimmer. This is from Owner Japan, GetNet, called Tiva. Another great alternative to a Mag Draft. They do two sizes. They do a junior, which is a 4.4, and a regular and a 5.4. Doing 40% off on those. Flash Union makes a great one, the Union Swimmer. Okay, so two sizes in these as well. We're gonna do 40% off on these as well. Now this is a floating paddle tail. Okay, so this is gonna float high. So this is gonna really be designed for staying higher in the column, fishing right at or just below the surface. A great one for, you know, fishing over aquatic vegetation through super shallow stuff, but just a unique way to go about it. So 40% off of those. And then let's mix in some Megabass too. The MagSlowl, the 5-inch MagSlowl, which is also a 1 ounce bait. Really 7/8 of an ounce, but let's just call it an ounce. So a similar size to a 6-inch mag. We're gonna do 40% off on all of those as well and let you try something different. So there you go, some great deals on paddle tails. Let's keep going. Let's jump over to some hard baits, Jeff. So hide up cranks, a great crankbait. A lot of you guys have been begging us to expand the hide up stuff. Patient. We keep hitting roadblocks in time. So while we're hitting it, we're just gonna keep bringing you some great deals. So hide up crankbaits are available from square bill all the way up to deep diving. Their mid-range cranks are incredible, just super well balanced. You guys will love these if you add them to your arsenal. We're gonna do them at 40% off. Give you guys a stab at them, a bunch of cool colors. So those are 40% off. A really cool bluegill bait out of Japan. This is the jointed Zoe. I'll take one of these out. This is one of those kind of crazy baits where if you're looking for a cool bluegill profile, this might be right up your alley. It's got so much going on with it, right? So it's got a blade, it's got skirt material, it's got feathered trebles on the sides, it's got a little frog hook on the bottom. I mean, if you get bit on this and miss them, you suck.
Something's wrong.
Right,
man.
you
Something's
really
wrong.
I don't think you could possibly fit another hook on this guy.
Is that even legal?
Of course it's legal. It's just one bait.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah. So maybe check your regulations where you live.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how that works, but it's just like a 4-hook jerk bait. It just looks crazy, right? So there you go, guys. It's got an amazing action. It's a really cool bluegill bait. Bunch of cool colors. So you guys will catch a ton of fish on it. Give it a stab. 40% off. What do you have to lose, right, Jeff? Staying at 40% off, Hardbaits. We're gonna basically do the entire line of Adusta for you guys 40% off. So they make some really cool topwater baits. They have a Zach Crawl Jr., which is like this cool little baby crawler. They've got a Zach Crawl SC. They've got a Silent Blaster, super dope wake bait. 40% off is a great chance to scoop them up and give them a stab. There you go. Those are available now as well. All right, staying in hard baits for a second. For some of you bigger bait guys, the Mibro Adapt Swimmer is a relatively new one to the market. 160 millimeters. You're at 50 grams, so you're basically like 1.75 ounces-ish. This is a really cool kind of multi-joint bait that has an internal, basically, spine to it. So you can leave the spine in, it's gonna be a real tight movement. You can pull the spine out, it's gonna be a wider movement. It's got a lot of tinkering and stuff that you can do with it. A really fun bait to try. Comes with donor hooks. We're gonna do 40% off on those. TD Vibrations, an amazing lipless from Daiwa in their Steez line. There's two versions. There's a glass version, which is going to be kind of your high pitch. There's also a W version, which is a woofer, more of a one knock. We're going to do 40% off on those as well. For you topwater guys, I wanted to mix in some depths into it, so Evoke 0150s. We're going to do 40% off on those. This is the largest kind of plopper style with depths. Those are going to be 40% off. Spinnerbait guys, one of my favorite spinnerbaits. I almost didn't do this, but I want you guys to try this. If you aren't trying it, if you guys are using these now, you're freaking out and gobbling them up. The High Pitcher series from OSP in the Double Willow. This is an amazing spinnerbait. Super compact, ½ ounce, ¼ ounce. There's even 1 ounce versions with big Colorado blades. You guys are gonna love this spinnerbait if you try it. Give it a stab, 40% off. Those are available now. All right, let's talk about line format. Let's jump over to Sunline. We are gonna do a couple of 40% off specials on Sunline. We'll start right here. This is the leader material that we use all the time. This is FC Leader. Now we're gonna do 40% off on the 150 yard spools. Okay, so this comes as a 50 yard or a 150 yard. So now you can grab the 150 yard spool for basically the same price. You get the 50 yard spool, kind of a no-brainer. So it's available in all sizes from light to heavy. The best leader material, in my opinion, the most versatile one. This is what we use. So while supplies last on that, 40% off. If you want to be fancy, right, and use an even higher end one from Sunline, we're going to do the same deal on this. This has that plasma rise. This is the Tornade V Hard. So this is a harder, more high-end, more compressed leader material from Sunline. This would be a great chance to try it and see if it makes a difference for you guys, because it's basically below cost. So you're going to have 40% off. Again, sizes from light to heavy. Great chance to try it if you're a braid to leader guy. That might be speaking your language. If you're a straight fluoro person, we're going to do some specials on the R18 Fluoro Hunter and Fluoro Hunter Tact. 40% off all these. This is the newest line from Seaguar Japan. Okay, so it's a little bit harder line, better abrasion resistance, better notch strength. You guys will really dig it, but again, sizes all the way from light to heavy. So again, maybe try it, compare it to what you're used to with your Invisax or your Tatsu, see how it fits in. I think you guys will love it. Those are 40% off as well. All right, Jeff, you're a big sunglass guy. In fact, we were talking about sunglasses in here earlier. All of us are rocking electric. It's just a brand that all of us have gravitated towards. So we want more people to enjoy them. So we're gonna do the same thing on electric sunglasses all across the board, from the JJF that you use to the DRT collabs, all across the board, 40% off for the next 40 hours, okay? So if you've been waiting on getting a great pair of sunglasses, this is the time. Definitely scoop these up. Those are available while supplies last. All right, OSP measuring boards. This is a super cool measuring board. Now you have to like millimeters, okay? If you want to know where you're at in inches, you're gonna have to use your phone or your big brain.
Yeah, big brain.
Big brain. It's math time, okay? But this is a super dope kind of meshy board, so it dries very quickly. It's available in several different colors. It rolls up, it has metal on both ends, so even in wind it will maintain its shape. You could use the front as a bump. It's got laser etched OSP engravings in it. Just a really cool, easy board to transport. 40% off on those while supplies last. All right, some soft plastics, 40% off. Sunny Bros drug sticks are all going to be 40% off. Multiple size in this. This is a great drop shot bait that's going to be very aggressive. So as you move it, it's got a lot of weight to it and it just kind of pops back and forth. Really cool one. Those are 40% off. Gancraft soft plastics and the Kabrata worm is also going to be 40% off. This is a big worm designed for wacky rigs, so great time of the year. You could also nick a rig this. So all those are 40% off. Daiwa soft plastics, the rattling tube hog, also going to be 40% off. This is just a cool little flip bait that has a built-in rattle in it. So it's got a rattle built in, just a cool little kind of beaver creature style, you know, hollow tube flip bait. 40% off while supplies last. All right, a couple more OSP things. The OSP Messenger Bag in black and moss, we're gonna do 40% off. So this is a great one for just lugging tons of stuff. Trust me, if you wanna carry 500 pounds of gear, this is your bag.
You've got it, baby.
Right? Now, you don't have to, of course, but
I would not recommend.
if you want to just kill your back forever, you can. What's dope about this messenger bag is, of course, you have the flap that you can, you know, open and access your stuff, but it also has this cool top zip, so even when it's on your side, you can just access everything. Tons of compartments in here. You can really organize your stuff. There's lots of molly webbing around it. It's got a huge soft pad on the back. You can wear it as a sling, which is how I usually wear it. You can wear it as a chest pack, and it's got a belt to kind of help hold it. Just a great pack, 40% off. Those are available now. And then we are doing a huge hat sale. Hats across the board, 40% off. So there's some dope OSP ones in here. There's some Gancraft ones in here. There's some Hookup Sims collab ones in here. So take a look at those. If you need a hat for the season, 40% off all those. All right, and then finally, St. Croix rods. Any Legend, whether it's Legend X, Legend Elite, Legend Extreme. Jeff, you're super stoked for this. We are gonna do 40% on a gift card back for the purchase price. So if you're buying a $400 rod, you're gonna get a 40% gift card for that. It's basically a $160 gift card. At the time of purchase, you're basically getting a $400 rod for $260 bucks. Buy a $600 rod, you're getting a $240 gift card, right? So on and so forth. 40% back on a gift card for you while supplies last on anything Legend with St. Croix. All right, guys, that is a wrap. Jeff, happy 40,000 subs.
You know, I thought you were going to have the sale going for 40 years.
A 40-year sale celebration? Just go forever? That my grandkids are going to be pulling orders? What a great idea, Jeff. I can't believe you're not in charge around here.
But I guess 40 hours is fine.
40 hours is enough.
Don't miss out.
Yeah. Guys, on behalf of myself and Jeff and Griff and everybody here at the Hookup Tackle, thank you for getting us to 40,000 subs. The community means the world to us. That's why we do this. So thank you for engaging. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing your experiences so that collectively we can all grow together. So if you have questions on anything we cover, whether it's new product, sale product, Jeff's nonsense, drop it down below. I will get to it. Jeff will leave links to everything he can up in the description, and we will be back again next week. So again, on behalf of all of us, thank you guys for your support. Thank you for your business. Go hug your family. Catch some big ones this weekend. Enjoy Orion if you can. Peace out. See you next week.